Good morning, YouTube. Mark here. Just grab my coffee. Cheers, everybody. Well, we're at the start of another weekend, and after smoking the wonderful Romeo Julietta cigar cake that Yanez made for us last week, I thought, oof, well, I'm in the mood for a Romeo Juliet cigar. Now this one is a Real Reserve Robusto. Oh, it smells lovely. Well, I'm hoping that I don't have any issues with this, because recently my track record with Romeo Juliet cigars has not been the best. I've had a couple of rather disappointing cigars in the range, and it did sort of put us off a little bit, but I thought I would give this one a try, and fingers crossed we have a winner. Well, that's a great draw. Makes a change, because normally you're a bit like sucking your cheeks together. Lovely grassy sweet hay bale. Let's get this lid. I still have a couple of the Romeo Julietta number 2s that Yanez has sent us over the years, and I always tend to not want to smoke them. They were my favourite cigars at the time. I still do enjoy them. The ones I've had, like I say, I've enjoyed. I just found that, like I say, a couple of the others in the range that I've tried just haven't hit the right note. But then before, I mean, I used to buy them in boxes years ago, and you could guarantee there was several in the box that were really poor smokers. And again, it's one of the reasons why I got onto smoking a pipe. Was I would obviously stick the little butt in the end, and then it got to the point where some cigars were just virtually impossible to smoke, and I just ended up sort of chopping them up in little. I used to just chop them up in a segment and stuff it in and see how I went. As much as I am getting into New World cigars, I have to say that when you do smoke a Cuban, you know, that taste's just unreal. That's as smooth as silk. Oh, a nice little peppery kick at the end there. That is good. I don't know what the age is on this cigar. Nice room note, not very smoky. Oh, lovely room note. It has picked up on a little bit of a vein there, so it's running off a little bit wild. I might have to touch that up a bit. You just wet my finger and just dab it on there so it dampens it a little bit and calm it down. That's a really good draw. This is probably one of the better draws that I've had on a Romeo Juliet and I was going to say number 2 there, cigar I should have said, in a long time actually. Like I say, the last few I've had a few issues with them. This is smoking really well. You know, when you get a cigar like this, it just reminds you what it's all about, because that is tasty. There's no bitterness there. There's just a slight little walnut kick, but that retrohale's just smooth. Wonderful aftertaste. Room note is great. What you would expect from a cigar, proper cigar if you like. It's just a shame that these things are just so damn expensive at the moment. If only I'd known all those years ago, I would have been buying these by the truckload. But never mind. It is what it is. Oh, this is just what you want on a nice Friday morning. You've done the shopping, put it away, and you just want to kick back and have a coffee and a cigar. This will do for me. You know, the trouble is, I'm going to really enjoy this, and I'm going to think to myself, oh, I might treat myself to a couple. And I'll order a couple, and there'll be terrible smokes. You can just guarantee it, can't you? But I'm glad it is smoking well, because this one was a gift. So, Welsh Piper, if you're watching, thanks a lot. Like I say, I was going to hang on to this, but after smoking that cigar cake last week, I've sort of been having a bit of a hankering for a cigar, Romeo Julietta anyway, and had a really bad day at work yesterday. With just everything that was going to go wrong just went wrong, and it was just an absolute ball ache all day. So yeah, I need this today. Any other news? Nothing really has been happening. As you know, the last couple of weeks been pretty busy getting the garden tidied up and sorted out, and new plants and old plants repotted and good tidy around, and some redecorating, as you can see. Um, Hoping to get something done in here. Unfortunately, um, the work that I got quoted for in here was on the fact that with me working at that woodworking place, I was going to be able to buy a lot of the wood from there at sort of cost price, because I worked there, and obviously with us not working there anymore, I sort of had to go and do some quick pricing up last week. And to be quite honest with you, just to put the bar in at the back, I'd probably have been looking at 1,500 just for that. By the time I got the worktop and units and everything, so it was just sort of a quick turnaround. And I thought, you know what, as much as I would really love to get this done how I envisioned, I'm just not going to spend that sort of money. So yeah, back to square one. Hence just a quick new lick of paint. And what I'm thinking about doing is, there's quite a few reclamation yards and sort of old furniture units and places around here. So what I may do is just possibly look at getting some, because I've sort of already got some of these style units, and just having a look and see if I can pick some up that might be in these charity shops or what have you, and maybe be able to build up a bit of a bar using those. So yeah, unfortunately the idea of getting the wood paneling and having this done is sort of like, a London gentleman's club type feel to it, which is, like I say, what I had in mind. Now back to square one. So yeah, never mind, it happens. But I was going to have a chat with one of the lads who I did work with and try and see if I could get it through him. But from what I'm hearing, I don't think the company's doing that well, actually. So never mind. Never mind. I should have grabbed it when I had the chance. So hey ho. It's still manageable in here in the winter. I've got the heater and everything in here. It might work if I get the ceiling boarded up, keep some of the heat in. But yeah. We'll see. Oh, that retro hail. Very nutty. Oh, it's trying to run away a little bit there. But again, it seems to be sort of following that vein of the outer wrapper. Keep a bit of an eye on it. But yes, this is a lovely cigar. Very nice. These are the sort of cigars that if you go into a sample lounge, you know, or a smoking lounge or whatever they class them as nowadays, these are the ones you want to treat yourself to while the missus is out shopping. So you just sit back and chill. Well, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Look after yourselves. I hope you're smoking something nice. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Mark, cheers, mate. All the best.